What a great body she has, though. I will say that. It's beautiful.
I'm going to try totally not to sound like a weird pervert.
It's not perverted to just say the actress or I don't know if she's a full-on actress or what she is, but
yeah, well, not at the time. I watched an interview with her. It was very enlightening.
Okay, let's get into that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Getting ready to do an autopsy on the guard. She first blew up? No, because he totally blew up. No, there's a dead, scorched up guy that they're going to autopsy.
The first guy that she made out with, they have him now, and they're like, we were going to cut into somebody today. So they decide to cut him up.
Right.
Do an autopsy on this dude. And he wakes up. He's like a big rubber monster.
It's cool really effect. Fun. Yeah, it really is. And he makes a crazy noise.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he life forces one of the doctors.
Oh yeah, I drew a picture of the Lifeforce.
Oh, you were gonna send me all your pictures.
I know, but
the picture. Okay, that makes sense.
Life forcing.
You got your eyes open. You got your mouth open, and you got it.
There you go.
I love how, because all the other doctors while this is happening are behind glass. They're like in this control room watching this.
Yeah.
And they're all so amazed. And then you see this one guy in the background pick up the phone, and it's almost like, well, I should probably tell someone about this.
Yeah.
On the phone to tell the inspector and everybody that there's a lot of shit going down now.
Yeah. And that these victims tend to come back to life to a certain degree.
To a certain degree, but then this guy, after he life forces this doctor, he seems to realize what he's done, and he kind of breaks down. So they lock him in the basement.
I mean, what else?
In a cage.
Yeah. Now they're going to study. Now because they don't know what he's going to do next. And the other, I think it's the gray-haired doctor that's he's going to eventually just die because he needs life force to live, and he can't get it if we keep him. And they just watch them kind of age super quickly. But before that happens, before we meet them, and I think they have another victim down in the dungeon or the downstairs basement area.
I think it's the guards that were watching
the other
dudes.
Like that. Yeah. But now there is a woman that has been found at the park, and she's all mummified. Yes, I love the two the dudes that saw the two witness dudes that were like, well, we saw this naked girl and she was with another girl and we thought we were going to see some girl on girl action. Yes. And then it that's not what happened. And basically there the mummified, there was a woman who's kind of she's again in that burned up, I've been life forced to death state.
Right.
But this is when we know now that, and she's naked. We know now that the girl,
she's loose in the countryside
with clothes.
And they don't know what's with clothes, and they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and now, and the guy in confinement we watch die before their eyes.
Oh my God, yeah.
And that's he
creepy. Deflates again, and then basically turns to dust.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how, again, the giant white-haired doctor, when after all this happens, he's like, I knew it. He needed more life force or else he dies. How did you know this? This is the first time any of this is happening.
Again,
and just because you're a vampire doctor, you know all about this stuff.
Why didn't they have him travel? And well, we didn't get there yet. Okay, wait, let's get there.
Because he's super old. You can't put old people in space.
Oh, but he's a classy old man. Stop it. He should have been there when they go to see Patrick Stewart and they give him those shots to hypnotize him. The white-haired man just hypnotizes Carlson when he got him. He just knew what to do. He needed to be along for the ride.
I thought you were going to say, why wasn't he in the space shuttle at the beginning of this movie?
Oh, no.
No. He should have gone with them.
Yeah.
Because we see that other doctor who's like, I don't know.
He's just afraid of them, yeah.
He's so scared. That guy. Three? Three of those? As though it took you all day to mix it by hand.
It's a potent shot. It's a potent shot.
I guess so. So they watch another zombie explode into dust.
Yep.
And then they watch the woman from the park, the deflated park monster,
yes.
Explode into dust as well.
Mm-hmm. And this is what happens when you don't have any life force to keep you going. Then
also, there's a new character introduced in this movie. Who's the chubby guy with a pocket square who kind of runs around with them for the whole movie? And at no point was I like, did I know who this guy was?
Oh, no.
What purpose he was serving? I didn't know his name. Nobody referred to him by name. I don't know who this guy is.
Is he the assistant to Kane? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he's one of
in the basement, and it looks like they kidnapped him from a cocktail party.
Yeah, I think he's the assistant to the Kane guy, the investigator guy.
Oh, really?
Because isn't he? But
so
then
he's Dr. Watson.
I think, but then he ends up getting killed, doesn't he? When they're with Patrick Stewart. Yeah.
Because I can only assume a folding chair hit him in the head.
How
Did
about
you see all the folding chairs?
So much in that room spinning around, but not the syringes. They stayed where they needed to.
No. It's just paper and chairs. Those are the only things flying around. That very green and very shiny green room.
Oh yeah, very green room. Yeah,
it's kind of a super cool room. I enjoyed it.
I was into it too. I agree. Well, now we're in Texas, and the Churchill escape pod, from the original ship, this little pod lands in Texas, and inside this is the commander of the ship, Carlson.
Something I was not. I know we saw him on the space shuttle.
Sure.
But most of the time we saw him in a spacesuit. And you can't really, you can kind of see their face.
We didn't know that's what was going to be of him. But
right.
Now here
and
he
then
is.
They open that pod, and there's a dude with a full beard in there.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then he walks in clean shaven. I was like, is this the same person?
What's happening?
What's
happening? He's exhausted because he just plummeted down from space.
They found him in the bushes.
But he needs to be interviewed because they've got questions. What the fuck happened on that ship, bro? And what the hell are these alien things?
Uh-huh.
And
because the tapes are damaged. They couldn't even get anything from the tapes.
No.
They were all ruined or erased. They were erased, is what they say.
Yeah.
I guess you can't ruin them. That's the purpose of those things, is they can't be damaged in like a fire.
Oh, right. But they're ruined.
Like a black box type thing. Yeah. So then Sherlock, or the inspector, whoever this guy is, has to explain to the astronaut all the stuff that we as an audience just saw, and then the astronaut has to explain to him all the stuff that we just saw before. But then he does get into some new stuff, because he's like, listen, these aliens, bad news. One of our shipmates, he died. And also everybody else died.
In case you didn't know. Yeah.
There's just corpses in their seats and everything. Like, he doesn't give anybody a proper burial or even move them around in this place.
Sorry, I was making sure I wasn't missing anything in my notes, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is where we also see that they have a framed portrait of Edmund Halley of Halley's Comet fame.
Of course.
In the bathroom of their space shuttle.
Why not? Should be, right?
I don't know. Should it be though? Should it be there? Are you decorating in your spaceship?
Well, yeah. If your whole purpose is to study this comet, and he is the comet's founder. He's the
namesake.
Yeah, namesake.
Even
it's important to you.
All right.
You're not going to name the ship after him because the comet's named after him. That'll be the Churchill, but you're at least going to have his energy with you through a framed picture in your bathroom.
So you think that maybe they had two bathrooms and then the other one was a picture of Winston Churchill?
Perhaps. Perhaps, yeah.
I would have liked that. Two portraits side by side. Mr. Halley and Mr. Churchill. The heroes of Britland.
Was
Halley British? I don't know.